NBA Youngboy ruined his career.
Since really the start of his time in music, he always had this cult fan base surrounding him. He always had people that loved his music. But on the other side of that is a man that loves going to jail. I swear, like once a year, you gonna hear about Youngboy going to jail. See, Youngboy, he is full of potential, but him going to jail is ruining his career. But recently, it's been getting worse, and we don't know what's finna happen this time. He just had a court date where fans was getting on the Zoom meeting, screaming at the judge, telling him to free Youngboy. But Youngboy run-ins with the law go back years. Back when he was about 15, he was facing time in jail. 2015, Youngboy caught his first charge. He was out and robbed somebody, and they sent him to 6 months in juvie. Year after that, he got hit with an attempted M charge. November 28, 2016, back when Youngboy was about 17, he got booked on the attempted M. They was trying to say he took place in an alleged drive-by, and they held that man on a $200,000 bond. But even though Youngboy was in all of these situations, he was still doing one thing. That man was out dropping music. He dropped about 5 different tapes of 2016, 3 in 2017. That man was locked in. And these wasn't like no regular songs. These was hits. I'm telling you, every other month, Youngboy had a different hit out. And if you remember music during that time, that's just a fact. And with him dropping music like this, of course he was gonna build his fan base. These fans just started flocking to him. But while this fan base was getting built, he just kept digging himself into more problems. Like back in 2018, when he got into it with his girlfriend. Now I gotta watch what I say, cause this is on YouTube, but there was footage of him girl, and 12 ain't hesitate to arrest him. TMZ wrote this: NBA Youngboy allegedly caught on camera body slamming his girl mere hours before he was arrested in Florida this weekend. TMZ obtained security footage of what we're told shows Youngboy throwing his girl. Sources say Youngboy and his girl fled by the time police arrived, but the footage and evidence found in their room was strong enough to issue a warrant. And after all that went down, his girl came to the media saying they was playing, blah, 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 but the judge seen right through that, and they ain't care. They locked him and denied his bail. But with time, they did give it to him, and they gave him a $75,000 bond. And over the next few years, Youngboy's career and life will be filled with problems, from him beefing with rappers to just getting locked up every couple months. It was a dark time for Youngboy. But where everything will really get crazy for Youngboy, where everything will really go up a notch, will be the start of the 2020s. Yeah, before, Youngboy was in a lot of problems, but this where most of these problems would catch up to him. Right before the turn of the new year, he was getting into it with his family, and it was real public. Back in November 2019, this man was arguing with his mama publicly. She was like, Youngboy kicked me out the house he bought. She was just talking crazy.
Don't do what Kentrell say. He won't do it. You know, he ain't gonna do it. And I ain't finna be rolled by it. I'm a grown woman. I didn't have you. You didn't make me. Made you. And guess what? If you want to do it that way, you can do it that way. I ain't kissing nobody's ass. Kendall can live there. TD can live. I ain't finna get rolled by nobody. And they can say what they want to say. They can get mad. He ain't gotta never give me another job in his lifetime. Not gonna give me a job. I'm good. I'm not pissed to get booed because you got money. It ain't finna get done.
That wasn't all 2019 had in store for him though. Right before 2020, he caught a plea deal. Remember that situation where he was fighting his girlfriend at that hotel? Well, it caught up to him, and that case turned from just an assault case to them trying to hit him with some kidnapping charges, because in that footage from earlier, he was dragging her back into the hotel room. So he was facing a lot of problems. XXL wrote, back on December 19th, the Bring 'Em Out rapper pled guilty to an alleged misdemeanor simply battery family violence. As a result, prosecutors reportedly dropped the other charges, including kidnapping and aggravated assault. NBA Youngboy was able to dodge jail time, but was sentenced to 12 months of probation, and he's required to take an anger management class. He also reportedly paid a $1,500 fine. That wasn't it for Youngboy. He had more problems on the way. Right at the start of 2020, his baby mamas, one of who is Floyd Mayweather's daughter, got arrested for stabbing his other baby mama. And just a couple months ago, in February,
This nigga is out of order. I ain't gonna lie, he out of order. He out of order. He out of order.
2024, the body cam footage from that day got released.
Okay. I was saying, so that's what I'm trying to say. So Mayweather dog, that's the one you said get out, right? That's the one you ain't want in the house, right?
Go to the house.
Yeah, that's the one you ain't want in the house. And that's the one, and then that's the one when you woke up, she was in the house.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to been outside the house.
Hey, when I woke up, she was on the porch.
Okay.
When I
One
woke up,
officer suspended. 111 officer suspended.
Yeah.
she like, I can't get on my phone.
Got you.
It's the porch. I'm like, I ain't big. I'm walking the house. I had a phone upstairs on top of my Xbox.
Yeah.
And my smoke on.
Yeah.
Man, I come in downstairs. She's sitting right there by the door on the chair. I hand her a phone. Man, get the.
How the f start fighting?
She ain't get out, man. I ain't want to put my hands on that bitch, man. Like, man, I'm
Hey, then
scared.
that's when your other girl started.
No, man. got her. I told Mike to get the girl out of my house. Man, she get nice.
And then she went for the nice?
She went for the nice.
Yeah.
But she not on violence. She, man, it's my girl. I sleep with her. I know this girl.
Yeah.
Man, she on some this. So on a girl like this, and just grab her, man, the knife hit her.
Yeah, hit her.
Man, she ain't no stab her, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That makes sense. Cause it wasn't no big ass puncture wound on her.
So why the wound look like that is cause she tried to grab her hard.
Yeah.
She ain't grabbing no soft.
Yeah.
It's 324 from next 604 East at the Jalapeno Mexican Cafe. Within the location for a large party inside the restaurant, licensing total cars, sunlight, van playing inside.
Just talk to her.
People drinking the bar and waitress and tables 955 at 124.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought she was dead, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, she was badly f***ed.
And then I left and went for a walk, but I left my phone here. So then I came back to get my phone, and then I was still trying to stay at the house. And he was telling me to leave. And then I didn't know it was a girl here. She came down to fight me, and we had started fighting or whatever. And I just I ran and I grabbed knives out the kitchen. And then all I remember is her pulling my hair, and I just when she was pulling my hair, I just put my head down and I just swung the knives and I hit.
She was upstairs?
Huh?
She was upstairs when you came?
She was, yeah, when I came in the house she was upstairs, but then she came downstairs.
She came down?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did she say when she came down?
Telling me to get out the house.
She started telling you to get out of the house?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did you do?
I told her that I didn't have, he's my fiance, I don't have to leave the house.
Okay.
And then, that's when, she started, she tried fighting me or whatever. And then that's
what exactly she did?
I can't, I'm in shock right now, so I can't really remember everything.
Okay, take your time.
But,
did she come?
That's why my lip is busted. Because
okay.
we had started fighting. And then, so I had got away from her, and I went and I grabbed two knives, and then she had came back towards me, she was like at first I was running away from her with the knives, and then she had pulled my hair back, and then all I remember is she pulled my hair back, my head came back down, and then I just swung the knives and I hit her.
But this situation ain't come without no problems. And before I tell you about that footage I just showed wasn't out then. But when a situation got reported on, somebody said Youngboy fully cooperated with the cops. Now Kodak or whoever was running his account during that time, because he was in jail, seen it, and they got on IG mad. And Kodak IG account wrote this. The hell they mean fully cooperate? They ain't said a little piece, they said fully. Anyways, man, that word ain't supposed to be attached to your name at Youngboy. Don't do that. I mean, I'm locked up. This shit got it looking like you was on something else, trying to make sense of the situation. This made people look like you was scared of them. Was you scared that people was gonna try and charge you with it or something? So you scream? That ain't no man. You know, don't talk to them people. See, I'ma have to write you a letter and tie your shoes for you. And when Youngboy seen this, all hell broke loose. I'm talking about this nigga was on IG Live going crazy on Kodak. And it wasn't like no little regular IG Live. This nigga had over 100,000 in the live while he was just snapping on Kodak. All Youngboy had to say though, I ain't never hated on no nigga, saying no bad stuff or nothing. I stay to myself. These dudes be hurt about something. Why speak on me? I ain't do nothing. And even from jail, Kodak responded. He got on the jail call and spoke his mind.
Hey, bro, I'll make you do something, boy. For sure, boy. Yo, I'll keep pushing, homie. Yo, I'll keep top chasing, nigga. In your voice, nigga. And make you do something, boy. Stop playing me, boy. For real, boy. Come on. A second. Come on. A second. Playing with a real one like that. You don't play with no man like that, man. Come on, second. Come on, a second. Homie. Hey, man. The dog chat right there snapping for real. He really lit for real.
But April will be filled with a lot more problems for Youngboy. See, during this time, he got online and was kind of going through it. And it had people wondering if he was gonna hurt himself. He got on IG and posted. You know why I deleted the pictures off my page? Women trying to incriminate me, posted stupid stuff. Well, I guess the people that they down talking nigga with leaked I don't know. Just playing mind games. Well, I be playing mind games with myself, but I be letting it eat me up. And his fans was worried. There was people online finna break down because they thought something was gonna happen to Youngboy. But past that, he kept dropping music. He was just having #1 album after #1 album. But September 2022 will really be the start of Youngboy downfall. Yeah, over the years, he might have got arrested and arrested and arrested and arrested even more. But this time, it was different. The repercussions this arrest came with was nearly life-ruining.
The drama surrounding Baton Rouge native rapper NBA Youngboy continues. The rapper was arrested around 4:30 Tuesday morning on multiple drug charges.
There is a lot of drama surrounding him and the guys that he associates with. We believe that some of those guys have been involved in criminal activity here in Baton Rouge.
The rapper was one of 16 arrested at the scene.
3 of them, I believe, were convicted felons. So they, if they didn't have weapons in their possession, they were around weapons.
According to BRPD, they all attempted to run upon their arrival.
There are individuals out there that started tossing their guns. Some started running. They were attempting to hide. There were a group of them that were attempting to hide.
The alleged suspicious behavior led police to search cars at the scene. They confiscated 14 guns, $79,000 in cash and drugs.
See, back in September 2020, he got booked on some drug charges, right? But these wasn't no regular drug charges. He got arrested with 15 others. The 20-year-old artist was taken into custody and booked at the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office this morning. It's unclear if he's been released. Youngboy been hit with 3 different charges: possession of Schedule 1 drugs, distributing and manufacturing of Schedule 2 drugs, and distributing and manufacturing of Schedule 4 drugs. The specific kind of drugs in Youngboy's possession was not released, but according to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, Schedule 1 drugs are drugs that are not currently accepted for medical use and have a high potential for abuse. Schedule 2 are considered to have high potential for abuse that could potentially lead to psychological or physical dependence. Schedule 4 has a low risk for potential of abuse and low risk for dependence. Basically, that nigga was moving something, and when cops searched the car, they found drugs, rifles, scales, all that. And some of these weapons were stolen. It was not looking good for Youngboy, but somehow he still got out, because even after everything that they found, they gave him bond because they only charged him with one thing: possession of Schedule 1 drugs. But around this time, Youngboy couldn't stay out the news. Even though he wasn't present when this situation happened, his right-hand man had a part of playing it. King Von passing away. Y'all know what happened. Quando Rondo Mans killed Youngboy, and it started a whole war between Youngboy and Dirt. But that could be his own video.
I think this nigga is like, I don't think this nigga, his facts is in order. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think his facts in order, because some of the shit he's saying not lining up correctly. Being 100, I don't think some of this shit in order, like, cause it ain't lining up how it's supposed to be lining up. Cause he'll say a date in 2022, then he'll say 2020, and like he going back and forth, and this shit not adding up.
Remember that bond Youngboy got back in September 2020? It ain't last long, because just a few months later, in February 2021, feds started investigating this man again. They was investigating that drug case, because remember what I said, that wasn't normal. Youngboy and 15 other niggas was moving all of this, and so feds started investigating. And one day, they caught him. He was out in LA, and the FBI pulled up behind him, and he tried to run. He tried to take off, but it ain't work. So he hopped out on foot, tried to run from the feds, but they wasn't playing with him. They had the K9s out. And you know, when the K9s out, you're not getting away. They caught him. He ain't getting no bond, and the feds knew what they was doing, because they called the investigation against Youngboy Operation Never Free Again. To me, it seemed like the feds was tired of everything Youngboy been doing in the streets, because there's been bodies that done dropped behind this man, and it's on record. They was trying to do this man bad, but by the time the end of the year came, they finally let him free. They let him on bond on one condition: house arrest. Real strict house arrest. TMZ wrote, Youngboy might be rejoicing about regaining his freedom until he stands trial. He on a tight leash, and he gotta keep his nose clean, or else he'll land right back in the cell. His legal team tells us a condition of Youngboy's release includes home confinement in Utah, where his location is being monitored. How exactly they'll keep track of him isn't quite clear, whether it's electronic or physical surveillance, but we told authorities are keeping tabs. And so finally, that man was free. People was thinking he was just ready to get back to making some music, get back to making his money. But October 2021, he got free on bond, and by January 2022, that nigga was right back in the news. But it wasn't normal this time. The SWAT team raided a house he owned in Texas. But remember, he's on house arrest in Utah. This was a house where his mama and he had some people staying there. They said SWAT team raided the crib and 3 of his associates got arrested. Feds said it was in a connection to a shooting that happened back in November, a month after Youngboy got off house arrest. But like I said, he didn't get arrested because he was on house arrest in Utah, but his name being tied into the feds once again while he is already on house arrest is not a good look. The judge gonna look at that and be like, what do you got going on? Past that, a new era of Youngboy came about. His I'm blackballed from music era. This all started a while ago, but he brought it to attention in early 2022. He got on YouTube and claimed his label was blackballing him because they took down his mixtape. Youngboy said, I was going #1 2 weeks straight with a mixtape, so they took it out the charts. I don't give a F. Y'all can't stop me. Don't sign to Atlanta if you an artist. They not gonna support you, especially if you live a certain way. And when Youngboy said this, a conversation sparked up that had people really wondering, is Youngboy blackballed?
Why do y'all think the industry support was so low? When Drake dropped, everybody and their mama posted his album. Everybody. And by the way, I understand why. Like, number one, if Drake hasn't helped you already, you want to stay in his good graces and you want to seem like you're supporting. Remember back in the day when artists like Durk and even Meek, they used to tweet out that, yo, you don't post my album, they feel offended by it. You see nowadays, if Thug drops, the whole industry posts it. Gunna drops, the whole industry posts it. You get me? Travis drops, the whole industry posts it. Youngboy dropped, and it was not that many. Now, you might say, well, Youngboy don't nobody, and that's true. But I will say, and you tell me if any of these people posted it. Youngboy in the last year has been on collabs with Future, Migos, Nicki Minaj. Did all of them post his album? Did they show the support? I think that Youngboy was used in a good capacity for other artists when they needed singles. Did they reciprocate? Now, you might say to yourself, and I'm answering my own questions too, well, this is a business. He probably got paid for a feature. People aren't entitled to support him back. That's true. I'll give you that. But it kind of shows me how cliquey the industry is.
But how do y'all feel about Youngboy being quote unquote blackballed from the industry? Is it that he just don't mess with people, or is it that people don't mess with him because all of the
niggas ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, but I would say, I wouldn't say he blackballed, but I would say that people not gonna collab with him because of the Vaughn situation. That's really what it is. They're not gonna collab with him or Quando because of the Vaughn situation. That's really what it is. If niggas say otherwise, then they're lying. You could say, oh, he get paid for features, yeah. But I mean, if a nigga do enough features for you, you would think, damn, this nigga helped me out a lot. Let me help him, you know. But hey, I think it's really just the fact that the Vaughn situation happened, and niggas gonna pick sides over that shit.
Stuff he done did over the years. But over the next year or two, Youngboy just would be on house arrest, dropping music, really in the news every other week, too much for me to talk about. But there was a point in time where he was beefing with Bobby Shmurda. Back in 2020, Youngboy and Quando had dropped the album, right? And okay, that's fine. But they had Von's Killer on the first track of the project and was dissing Von throughout the album. And around this time, Rowdy Rebel, Bobby Shmurda's right-hand man, was speaking on the King Von situation.
Right. When King Von died, the little Tim, he didn't have to get out the car and start squeezing right away. Right. You already got your joint. Yo, back the what y'all doing with? Yeah, back with my bro real quick. Right. For me, like, he could have went that route off the rip.
I'm gonna be 100. This situation, right here, where he was like, Tim could have told niggas to back up. I'm gonna be for real. Them niggas from Chicago. Them niggas not backing up. It's one nigga with a gun. It's like 4 or 5 other niggas with guns. Them niggas not backing up. Them niggas not backing up, and if Vaughn didn't die that day, it would have been Quando and Tim who was dead instead. So either way, somebody would have died in that predicament, and it still would have been beef over, oh, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. It would have been beef because either Vaughn died or Tim and Quando died. So like that shit didn't make sense. Ain't no real nigga who got a gun gonna say, hey, back up when 4 other niggas got guns. That shit that don't make sense.
His mind off the rip went to kill. How you went to kill? How much hate you had already to kill this man?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Was it the drugs? You had the upper hand to just clear the scene and just say, yo, chill. You had the upper hand was just like, yo, back and get your dog out of here.
Right.
But you already chose the murder route. When niggas gonna wake up to be like, yo, look, like chill, like ice up.
That ain't
Even
it.
when I had a show.
Plus, if a nigga is, if your man's is fighting, your man's in a 1-on-1 and a nigga losing, telling you not jumping in, or if you got a chop on you, you not upping your shit at the nigga who beating your man's, even though his man's got, even though like 4-5 of his other man's got guns. That whole situation, somebody would have died in that situation regardless. So it's like, why even, you feel me? Why say, oh, he could have told niggas to back up. Nigga, they wasn't gonna back up, bro.
Show in North Carolina, I'm leaving out the show, me, Fetty, everybody. We inside already. We leaving out, like, yo, Face and Presser and Fetty and them. We like, yo, I'm in the front of the line, I don't even see what's going on. I hear one of them like, what? All right, let's go to the car, let's go to the car, let's go to the car. So he went to woke up, I'm drunk, I grab boy. I'm like, yo, Fetty, like, yo, all right, he ready to, I'm like, yo, Fetty, chill. Presser, chill. This is my niggas. I'm like, yo, chill. I'm like, yo, bro, relax. We all black. We leaving the club. You a little drunk, I'm a little drunk. I'm here to tell you, chill, bro. Relax. It ain't nothing like that. Whatever my son said, I'm here to tell you it's good.
And when Youngboy seen this, he got right to IG and he was basically like, what did you expect Lil Tim to do? Did you expect him to walk up and pump fake and die? Or did you expect him to pull out the gun and shoot? And this sparked their whole beef. After this, Bobby got on IG and responded.
Hey, though, be jacking everybody other shit. Hey, what you doing? What you doing, homie? Tell me about your brother's shooters and your brother's this and you always, but your brother, that what the f do you do? Huh? When you're gonna finally do something.
And after this, they was just back and forth arguing online.
Then was crazy. I ain't even say this perm having name. Nigga wanna bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you irrelevant and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you going. I ain't doing no fouling around this. This flunk nigga wanna to jump out the truck and punk fake and then get shot in his face. Man, you sound stupid as the fuck, man. You dumb, man. Say, bro, I don't want no problem with you, man.
I'm a crazy old man, so somebody tells me this. I wasn't even talking about him, you understand? I wasn't even talking about you understand, little? But what you do is that y'all get on this internet, y'all make this internet, you see social media running y'all internet and running y'all labels or little word white nerd spend money on the club and then academics and all y'all playing with y'all little life, y'all playing with. Do you understand what I'm saying? You hear me, little? Alright, cool, cause I'm 2-0 for the year already on parole. $1 million up, 2-0 for the year. Nigga, stop playing me. Anyway, long story short, I was even talking about you, little. But you got yourself some. But when I catch y'all, or DJ Academic, everybody, bro, any I catch like whack, any y'all to record this, I'm going to boom them on camera. On camera, live, on parole. I don't give a f. I'm gonna boom one of y'all niggas on camera. On my dead grandmother. This nigga called my name and called my name already. And whack, all y'all niggas, when I catch y'all on my dead grandmother, I'm gonna boom y'all. On camera. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
But all this leads us to this year. After years of dropping music and years of house arrest, Youngboy.
Okay. The Bobby and Youngboy situation, that whole thing could have been avoided. But, I mean, niggas got ego, so that shit wasn't being avoided.
Messed up again. But this wasn't no little regular mess up. April 2024, 12 not. And this was truly the beginning of the end. He got arrested once again on some wild charges. They said he had weapons, drugs, was trying to do identity fraud, forgery in an attempt to get some drugs. And this just wasn't nothing small. This wasn't no small fraud. They tried to say he was running a fraud ring. They is hitting this man with 63 counts for his alleged involvement in his fraud ring. According to the report, police believe Top was a part of a scheme that involved calling in fraudulent prescriptions with fake patient names and birth.
This case, I seen Act talk about it, and Act said he trying to fight to get between 5 and 10 years. But he beat one case. I know he beat one case, and I think he paid bond on his Utah case. But with this one, he trying to get bond. He took the plea deal for like between 5 and 10 years. But in my opinion, for some fraud though, it shouldn't be. Like, I understand, yeah, identity fraud is bad, but like, 5 to 10 years, it's like, that's a bit much, right? Or am I tripping?
Birth dates using real names of real doctors. The rapper associates will pick the drugs up from pharmacies in the area. In total, the rapper faces 20 counts of identity fraud, 20 counts of obtaining prescription under false pretenses, 20 counts of forgery, and 1 count each of possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person, engaging in a pattern of unlawful activity.
The gun possession thing, he was kind of dumb for admitting that he moved his girl gun and he know where it was at. But shit. What's good, Vaughn 77? Appreciate that follow. In my opinion, though, the shit was gonna be bad regardless. So, yeah, cause they could have just checked. They could have just ran fingerprints on the gun, and they would have seen his fingerprints, and he would have still been fucked regardless.
And possession of a controlled substance. And I don't know how this is gonna turn out for him. He done had so many chances over the years. 12 done let him off the hook so many times, but I don't think it's gonna end well this time. This time is different. This nigga was on house arrest again, house arrest again. Then he gonna do this while he on house arrest. And why I don't say this gonna end well, cause back in April, he went to court, and originally they had $100,000 bond on the table, but it got revoked cause he had a no bail warrant for a firearm by a restricted person and 2 counts of fraudulently obtained prescriptions. So the judge looked at that and threw the bond out the window. They said he was a flight risk, but that ain't the end of his story. He had a court date 2 days ago where his fans got in the virtual court hearing and was talking crazy to the judge. They was just screaming free Youngboy, calling the judge a bitch, doing all of this, doing all of that, probably making the situation worse for Youngboy.
That may result in another preliminary
Now go
hearing.
free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Galden's case has already been called. He's done with court today. For those of you interested, everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB.
Free YB. Shut up.
Like I said, I don't know how this case finna turn
I'm
out.
gonna be real. Letting the fans be in court is kind of crazy. Especially on a case like this, and you shouldn't let them niggas be in no court, cause you know what they gonna say.
But I don't think it's gonna be good. Hip hop just ain't been in a good place in a minute. Like with XXL, they freshman list been getting worse by the year, and you can find out how XXL is turning the industry against them in the vid on screen right now.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Bitch ass nigga.